Hey everybody, welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop, and we are ready to delve into some watercolored nature exploration in Meadow, which is coming to retail soon. And speaking of watercolors, this game is a beauty, and the company did something I've never seen before. They sent me an actual watercolor painting, and my wife, who's an artist and illustrator, demanded that I show it on camera, so here it is. Really, really lovely work. But you're not here for artwork, you're here for the game. So I'm going to do a full solo playthrough. The game can also be played 2 to 4 player competitive. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give some thoughts and impressions on the play overall. But I'd love to hear from you, so if you have a moment, jump into the comments and let me know which game you think has the most beautiful card art. I want to check out your favorites. Oh, and also a quick reminder that we never accept compensation at the One Stop Co-op Shop for our coverage of games. We just want to help you make informed decisions. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe to us on YouTube, check out our Discord, listen to our weekly podcast, see more content on our live streaming channel, and consider supporting us through Patreon for early access to our videos, voting on which games we cover, lots of great stuff. You keep the show running. So first I'm going to go over the overall gameplay, and in this case you play through 6 rounds, and in each round you're going to get to place 5 of these little path tokens. And the most common thing you'll use the path tokens for is to grab one of the cards on the board here in this 4x4 grid. And you'll see their little pointy slots around the board, and it's very basic. How it works is if you put a path token in, you look at the number indicated, 1, 2, you count that many in the row or column you placed into, and that's the card you get. Now, whenever you use a path token for that top number to gain one of these cards, you can additionally play a card from your hand, possibly including the card you just gained, to your tableau, which we'll see in a second. And there's 4 main types of cards in the game, basically representing what you take notes on and see as you take a jaunt around in nature. First, you have ground cards, which are the base of your tableau, and they have 2 icons on them, a ground type at the bottom, and then one of these other nature icons. The next type of card, the most frequent one in the game, is the observation card, which are things you observe as you walk around. And first, at the bottom left, you'll see a victory point value, because over the course of 6 rounds, you're trying to score the highest score you can. And just like the ground cards, observation cards will have 1 or more of these icons. They're basically a resource that is provided into your tableau to play other cards. Like now you've got some worms and caterpillars, and you can tempt over some other creature to eat them and get into your tableau. But observation cards also have 1 or more requirements. And basically this is both a requirement of what you need to have in your tableau to play this card, as well as where you can play it. To give you an example of what I mean, let's say we've gone through the first few rounds and I have these 3 ground cards played, which give no victory points in and of themselves, but help you lay out other cards. I could look and see that this bird needs both a bug and a tree, and in this case I happen to have both of those in my tableau. So that means I can play the bird, and additionally I have to put him covering up one of the 2 icons that he needed. It's my choice, but I do have to cover them up. So now he provides this bird icon, but the tree is no longer there for me to use for playing other cards. And this can combo into more card play, like look, this tree with berries needs a bird. Boom, there we go. Now I've got that card, 3 victory points, and now I have both these icons to use to play more cards. So those are the basics of how ground cards and observation cards are played. But the last 2 card types aren't played into your regular tableau. You have these landscape cards, and they still have requirements, like you'll see this one needs a berry, but they also have this little icon. And what that means is you need to have a road token like this to put underneath of the card. And you only start with 1 of those, but you can gain more through one of your special actions you'll see in a minute. And then these cards called discovery cards always need to go over a landscape card, so they also don't go into your regular ground level tableau. And they get slid right over the rest, covering up everything. They might also have other requirements sometimes, but that's the basics. And the last core rule in card play is that while you always must have at least 1 of the indicated icons, so I couldn't play this if I had no beetles and no trees. But if you have some and are missing others, like in this case I have the tree but not the beetle, you can still play it, but you have to discard 2 cards from your hand for every icon you did not have visible. So you can get those cards out, but at a cost. Now for your path tokens, your actions, if you don't want to grab a card and then potentially play one, you instead have this bottom option. And for that, you go to this fireplace board, and there are 3 slots in the solo game where you can potentially slot these to take actions. And the actions are pretty straightforward. The 1 lets you take any card from the tableau. The 2 lets you get 2 more road tokens to play more landscapes. The 3 lets you pick one of the 3 decks. You'll see that west, south, and east start in play. And then north comes into play halfway through the game, replacing south with more expensive but more valuable cards. And this one lets you draw 3 cards from your chosen deck, taking 1 and putting the other 2 under the deck. And 4 lets you play 2 cards in your turn instead of 1, but the key thing is except for 4, none of these other ones let you play a card. So you're just drawing a card or getting these road tokens, but only 4 lets you actually play any. Then you also have the question mark, the wild. This lets you grab a card any distance away from where you put it on the board, or it lets you use any of these 4 other abilities. And the last thing to look at are these 3 log benches with these tokens around them. And these are used with your bonus tokens. How it works is anytime you put one of your path, one of your action tokens here to take one of those bottom actions, you can additionally place your lowest valued bonus tokens. You have to start with the 2, then you can get to the 3, then you can get to the 4. But you can only put it on a spot if you have both of the adjoining icons showing in your tableau. So I would have to have mushrooms and a fence to make this one happen. And alright, that's about it. So let's jump into the playthrough and show you how the solo game goes. So at the beginning of the game, I have to pick 1 complete row with 1 west card, 2 south cards, and 1 east card. And then I'll additionally get the top card from the north deck, which is the only way north cards come into play until you get to round 4, 5, and 6. And then after I've picked my row of cards, I'm going to pick 1 orientation for my starting card. I can either have a little caterpillar in some grassy lands, or my friend the dung beetle in a kind of leafy covered forest. And remember that eventually, for bonus points, I'm looking for a bird and some mushrooms and a fence. So if I can start working towards those, that'd be great too. So right off the bat, I see a ton of birds. This one just needs a beetle. That's easy. This one needs a beetle and a worm, which would be impossible with the starting card. This one needs a beetle and a tree, and no trees are on the board at all right now. Oh wait, there is this one. I just put it upside down. But this one needs a bird to be played, which is kind of counter to what I want. Actually, you know what? I like this row because I've got a bird that needs a beetle, I've got another animal that needs a beetle, and then I've got a beetle starting card, so I could kind of double beetle it up at the beginning and get all those out. So I'll grab those, and my discovery card is a ridiculously expensive landscape. I would need to have 3 hill terrain. That seems like it probably won't happen, although I guess I do have 1 in my hand. But that can be a late game card, or I can discard it for other stuff. And whenever cards are taken, you immediately fill in. Ooh, so we've got a fence there. That would be great for the goal, but I need it to be adjacent to a fence or a house. And this house needs another house, so none of those can come out right now. Okay, then I've got a tree and some flowers and berries, and a little froggy. Alright, now how solo play works, the AI takes the first turn every round, and all you do is you shuffle all of the other player color path tokens together, and you flip one up, and here it is the 3 yellow. And I've randomly assigned the green color to the left side here, the yellow to the bottom, and the purple to the right. And then they're going to follow a consistent kind of counterclockwise pattern for what number they're going to grab. So I could put those little tokens here, that's where they're meant to go, but I think it's easier for filming to actually put them right on the board. So it's yellow, it's number 3, so I go 1, 2, 3, and then they grab a card as normal. 1, 2, 3, they get this bird. And they don't build a tableau, they don't do anything except take cards away that I might want, but they are going to add up all the victory points of the cards they've gained at the end of the game, and I need to both beat them and also try to get the highest score I can. So kind of a double little victory condition there. But in its place, there is a mushroom. That's another one I need for the bonus tokens. I probably want to grab that quickly. And then we're on to my first turn. I did decide to start with the dung beetle. So I've got that ground card I can play no matter what, and 2 other cards I can play on top of my beetles, so I should be fine to grab a card and then play out any of those. So I'd kind of like to grab that fence, but again, there's no way to actually play it. So let's go for the only mushroom on the board. And at this point, I can get it with a 2 from here or a 3 from here. The 2 lets me draw 3 and keep 1. This lets me get road tokens. I tend to like having road tokens because landscapes are often easy points. So I'm going to use the 3 here to grab it. And we fill back in with a frog and wants a toadstool. Well, once I use it to get the bonus token, maybe I will grab that. And over here we can keep things simple for now. Let's play my other ground card. We'll get to the point scorers later. Back to the AI, we have a 2 purple, so they're going to get this little lizardy dude here. Fill back in with a butterfly who wants some worms and some grass. Alright, to get my mushroom out, I need a tree. But this one would eat my bird up. So that one looks a little more doable. I could use my 4, which is my double play, or my 2 for road tokens. Let's go for the 2. I like the double play to kind of speed things up. And we got a little collection of wormies just chilling around there. And I could play this a tree down, but I don't have the grassland, so I'd have to discard 2. I do have the hills. So instead, let's keep things simple and get my bird out. There we go, eating up one of the beetles. Next, we have a green 3, so it looks like he's going to grab that butterfly that just came out. Oh, but replaced with another very similar butterfly, all right. All right, now for me, there's no way to get grassland right now, unless I guess I use like my question mark to go digging in the east deck, which is where all the ground cards are. And you know what, sure, let's give it a try, even though I'd kind of like to wait until I had a bonus token to place. So I'm going to draw 3 from the east deck and keep 1. I'll be happy to get either an easier to play tree or some grass. Hey, there we go, there's a tree. There's a mushroom. All right, so yeah, I already have a mushroom I can play. Let's get the tree next. Remember, I can't play a card because I took one of the campfire actions. But the AI is still going with yellow 2. They're grabbing the bird worth 2 victory points. Oh, and here's a new bird who wants to chill on the windowsill if there was a house I could get. All right, so let's go and get our first bonus token. I'm going to do another campfire action. This time the double play on the bottom of my 4. I'll play my new tree first. Then my mushroom on top of the tree, second. And when you place a bonus token, you can decide whether it's before, during, or after your action. So in this case, I now have a mushroom and a bird. So, boom. Although I guess I want to keep them both out potentially until I can get a fence. Oh, and the AI got a question mark, which means they just take the last campfire spot. They don't actually grab a card for their own victory points. Which leaves me free to grab something that is 1 away. Okay, the house needs a house, so that's not too useful. And I really don't want more of these. Ah, darn it, they locked me in, or I locked myself in. Okay, I mean, I guess the house could be useful at some point, so sure. Maybe I could get that frog and hill, work towards my 3-point landscape. But you know, I like cycling through the west deck, because that's where almost all the fences are, so hopefully I'll get a better fence I can play. Oh, and here we go. I could cover... Oh, man, I have to cover my bird. But even though it says adjacent to a house, that means it has to be in the column next to it on either side. I could pay 2 cards to ignore one of those and just place the bird, even if I don't have a house yet. All right, and what can I play? I think just this for now. So I've got to get some better stuff going, because right now I'm kind of all out of options, and anything I cover is going to mess up my current combos for the bonus tokens. And the second I do my 5th action, that is the end of the round, and it's very simple. You just pick up all your tokens, pick up and shuffle all of the AI tokens, and you're good to go. The only difference is at the end of round 3 at the halfway point. Then you clear out every card, put them on the bottom of their respective decks, and you again switch in the north cards, the more valuable ones, for the south cards. All right, so here comes the AI. Yellow. Oh, it's a question mark, so I just go to the bonus spaces on the campfire. And now the question is, do I want to get the birdhouse and then just try to fight for a different bird? Well, the only bird out right now needs a beetle and a house, neither of which I have. Well, there's no huge hurry on getting all the bonus tokens at once, so let's just try to get something I can play. So let's see, the frog can go over my mushroom. Ooh, never mind. And this flower I already have both ground types for, although it's worth fewer points. And I guess I'll use my 2, come from the right there and grab it. Well, there we go, replace it with another mushroom, although I still have no grass to play it. And I'll play the card I just got right away. Now, for ground cards, you can place something onto their column, even if they're at the bottom. They're always kind of active, that's why they're down here. So here I can play this on the bird, or the mushroom, or the thing I don't care about. There we go. And now look, I've got 2 icons, a flower and a berry, if anybody wants them. Okay, then the AI plays a 1 purple, just taking away a ground card. Give me some grass, please. No such luck, just more frogs. All right, so I again want to find something I can play. Ooh, look, this landscape needs the berry that I just got, and it's worth 3 victory points. Heck yes. So with my 2 gone, I can get with a 1 here or a 4 there. My 1 gets me any card. My 4 is my double play. I like to save that when I can, so here we go. And it gets replaced with another fence that wants a dang house. Where are the easy-to-play houses? But no worries, I can play my landscape. Remember, it doesn't actually use up the berry, but it does use up my single road token. So I'll need to use the special action to get more of those before I can play another landscape. Oh, and this is better than I thought. I forgot that my discovery card needed a berry. So next round I can play that for 3 more. Awesome. First, the AI will have something to say. Oh, they're grabbing that fence. Okay. Give me a house. Give me a house. No, but an easy-to-play landscape for 2 victory points. I can always grab that. And actually, you know what? I will, because those are always hard to pass up. So I'm using my 4 down here to grab it. And putting out... Oh my gosh, another landscape for 2 victory points. Okay. But remember, I don't have the roads to play the landscape I just grabbed, so I'll take this little beaded necklace I found, and I discover it in the landscape. Boom. Meanwhile, the AI gets a 3 purple. So they'll grab these nice flowers and bring out a little bee-boy with, flowers. I have that, although I'd have to cover up my flower-berry combo. But it's hard to pass up 2 victory points, so yeah, let's go ahead and get that. And we got a lizard who wants a bug. And for my play, even though I like the flexibility this offers, I already got both my berry things out, so we're going to have the bee go over the flower for 2 more. Final AI action, a 2 green. Oh, they're going for the lizard, darn it. Oh, and here's a 4-leaf clover, but grasslands are out of my reach so far. Now, I've got my question mark left. I could get 2 road tokens to play the landscape I got, maybe grab that other one. It seems like probably a winning play. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else I need immediately. So let's go ahead and do that, and I just get 2 more of these in my supply for future landscapes. That's it in round 2, going into round 3, one more turn until the end deck comes into play. And the AI starts off with a question mark. And yeah, before they have the chance to mess up my plans, I'm going to grab this other easy-to-play landscape. I guess I might get that discovery next. And we got another fence that I can't play yet, darn it. But coming over here, let's get one of my 2 new landscapes out. Oh, interesting. They are locking up the campfire actions, aren't they? Well, no worries. I'll get the thing I was planning to get. I think I'll use my 3 again. Then I can just go ahead and play this right on the landscape I just played. Oh, we got another discovery for my other landscape. I'm okay with all of this. That's assuming the AI lets me. Oh, they're just going to take a little frog. Oh, and some more mushrooms. All right. Well, let's keep being simple and not let a good thing go away. I'm going to grab this with my 4, and I'll play my new landscape out with my other road. Be ready to put this out next turn. And then, whoops, I guess no campfire actions for me. But it does mean the AI got very few points this turn, so that's okay. Oh, I forgot to replace this. Another basic landscape. Wow, that's a lot of those. I could get that one too, although I don't have any road tokens to place it. Let's see, is there anything else? I guess that frog I can put on top of my mushrooms. And then there's that one to grab if I need to get the mushrooms back for the bonus token. Although I'd have to use my wild to grab him. Well, now let's keep it simple and grab another landscape. But I'm playing the discovery I had planned. And there's another one. Okay, AI's last action, then I'll take one, and then we're going to mix all this stuff up to get rid of everything. Which could help me, because I need to find better fences and stuff. Okay, it's going to be 2 yellow. There we go. Ooh, maybe something I want will come up. Mushrooms with... I don't have, like, the little marshy ground, but it's still okay. Man, I really wish I had grabbed the 2 road tokens early, because I could use them now, but I'm forced to grab something at the 2 spot. That would cover up my bird, which wouldn't be bad later, so sure. Once I've hopefully used the bird for the other bonus token, I can get some berries on top of him. And alright, that's the end of the 3rd round, so all the west cards will go in the bottom of the west deck, all the east cards, same thing, but the south cards are coming out of the game. We're going to switch to all north and fill in the entire board. Alright, and here we go. We've got our new offer all set up. And like I said earlier, the north deck tends to have cards that are worth many more victory points, like our little, I guess, badger friend here for 4, but they also need a corresponding greater number of icons. Ooh, but now I do finally have something very important if the AI doesn't mess it up. I've got a house that I can just play with a ground card instead of needing like another house or something wacky. And then a fence that can go next to the house. Oh, I want to get it. Yeah, the AI might easily foil me. 1 purple. No, that's fine. So step 1 of this little plan is to get the ground card. Let's use my 3 to do that. And I'll play it down right away. All right, you jerks, leave my house and fence alone. Question mark, that's fine, that's fine. So the house is next. Do I want to do my 2 or my 1? No, I want more road tokens, so my 1 should be fine here. Boom. Oh, it gets replaced with a discovery card I can get now that I'll have a house. Cool. Here we go, covering up that bug. Okay, do not take my fence. 2 yellow. Oh, man. That is a valuable discovery, and it's all theirs. Although we got a friendly little, like, moth? No, wait, that's a hummingbird, isn't it? Maybe? I don't know much about nature. But I can get the fence now, but... Ooh, I have to use my 4, don't I? Well, that's okay. Although, I'm also going to cover up my mushroom to do it. You know what, maybe I should get another ground card, and that way I won't have to. Although I'm going to be risking losing it if I wait one more turn. And I also have to use my question mark to grab it. Okay, let's get the grass. I know I haven't had much grass in this game. Oh no, I had a good landscape that needed 3 of these. So I'll go ahead and grab that. And a little snowy bug comes out. And I'm going to put it here next to the house so the fence can go there without messing up my mushrooms. And then I can do 2 bonus tokens in a row and get those 7 victory points laid down. All right, and the AI gets 4 yellow. Their spot is taken here by me, so they go clockwise until they get a spot. It should be right there. Ooh, and getting that valuable berry patch. Oh, wait. Did I really? No, come on. Did I really take away my chance to get the fence by putting the question mark on the wrong side? Shh, everybody, we're just going to change that up. The AI doesn't mind. Nothing happened with it, so boom, now we can get the fence. Haha, totally legal. And ooh, a nice landscape I could play with a mushroom. But yes, it is bonus token day. I got a fence next to a house, and now I've got mushroom bird fence. Boom. And the AI, ooh, they take another campfire spot. Which is fine, because I'm going to take the last one, get 2 more road tokens, and I'm going to lay down my 3 bonus token. I think I have a frog that can eat the mushrooms, right? So I'll put that there, and then plan to do the other one next. And that takes us into round 5. I'm the light every night in your world. Are you ready to watch me be legendary? 'Cause Alright, let's see what we start in round 5 with. A question mark. You know, I actually think I have a lot in my hand I can play out, so I will... I think I'm going to do a double play maybe next turn, but no hurry. I do want to get, let's see, this discovery that's worth 3 or 3 points. I can play with one of my landscapes in a second. So let's grab it with my 1, I guess. There's a second discovery that wants flowers. I don't think I have any, though. I'm not going to cover any of this stuff up yet, so let's put out one of a basic landscape with one of my 2 roads. Discovery can come next. And what's the AI doing? Getting a ground card. That's fine. There's a little snowy bug. Let's see, anything else I want to grab before I do my double play. Ooh, this is easier to get out than the landscape I already have, because I just have a mushroom waiting. So yeah, let's get that with my 3 from the bottom. Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and play it right away with my other road. Just another easy to play discovery. We got a few of them. Okay, and 2 yellow is going to grab our hummingbird, maybe? Moth guy? Oh, a crazy bird. Huh. Let's see. I do have a beetle. Don't have a tree. I do have a house. I do have a bird. Huh. I can discard 2 cards to get 4 victory points and still have a bird for other things. That's not bad. In fact, that could get me a second bird for this hawk guy worth 3 more victory points. Let's see, to get that guy, because this spot's already taken, I'd have to use my question mark. Is it worth doing? Maybe, sure. 2 fences to get a tree. I don't know if I'll ever get a second fence. Now, what am I going to play over here? I could play him by discarding some. I can play this right now. I can play that, but it would cover up my bird earlier than I want to. I can just cover my house with a better house, a nice door. All right. Yeah, for now, let's just do the discovery. Keep it simple. I got room for 1 more. And we get a 1 purple. That's fine. Since I have to beat their score, I have no problem with them getting ground cards worth nothing. I got 2 tiles left. I want to use the 4 to do a double play in a moment, so what can I grab with my 2? Oh, the falcon or hawk guy I was looking at. There we go. That worked out super well. And we've got his hawky friend. Let's see, what do I want to play right now? Let's just do our advanced house. That's an easy one. Oh, and last AI is a wild, which is great. That'll leave a 1 campfire space for me. And in this case, I'm going to put the bonus token first before I cover up my bird, potentially in a second. And I get to make 2 plays. So let's say they want to do the bird and then the hawk, right? So the bird needs to go over my beetle, or my other bird, or my house. Looking around at the moment, I don't think I see anything that wants a house that I want, so let's have him go hang out in the house. But I do not have a tree, so I'm going to discard both this landscape I don't think I'll play, and this card that needs the grass I never found. And they just go to the bottom of their respective decks, by the way. And then for my second play, I get to eat one of these 2 birds. Doesn't really matter, so we'll go with the weaker, smaller looking one. Look how innocent he is. Bye-bye, buddy. And I can still cover up my other bird with my berries, but that's the only card left in my hand. But it's good. You want to kind of run out your deck and get maximum victory points before the game ends. Speaking of the game ending, we are in the final round. I've got all the bonuses, so now it's just playing all the cards I can get. And before I look too carefully at what I can get, let's see. AI's going for 3 green. Since I just covered my house up, I'm not too worried about him. Now, they got a landscape, although I have no roads left. I don't have any of that terrain. Yeah, that's not happening. So let's see, what can I get? I can't get the badger because I don't have a paw print, and there's none to put out. Don't have a tree to put down the mushroom. Missing terrain for all those. No paw prints, no second fence. Yikes. Oh, berry. 2 grassland. Darn it. I guess just, yeah, I mean, I have one more room for a discovery, but that's it. Oh, and I covered up the flower that was with my nice building. Darn it. All right, it's fine, it's fine. Let's just get a basic discovery, and we'll go ahead and play it on my open landscape. Ah, and there's another landscape that needs a house. Not that I have the road tokens anyway. I mean, well, they're taking a campfire. And then I'm really in a bad way. I don't know what I can play. I mean, nothing from here. I mean, I have one card to play, but what do I build into for my last few actions? Well, let's see. I guess I could grab this tree ground card and just give up a point for the turn, but then get the mushroom after. That'd be pretty good. And then maybe a tree will open up other stuff. We'll see, but yeah, for now I'll get that. Now let's go and use my 2. I don't think I'll need more roads. There we go. I'm just playing it to the side of my tableau, which is creeping into frame. Okay, 4 yellow, which is the spot I just took, so he's going to come over 1. No! No, do not grab those mushrooms. I hate you. Chill out, Mike. It's just a nice game about walking through nature. And look, there are more beautiful mushrooms that I can't play because I don't have a second tree. It's okay. It's okay. Darn it, that shattered all of my plans for this round. Come on, game. Let's see, I've got my double play. Ooh, I've got my dig for a card thing, and then I could use the double play to get like that and this out. I guess that's my best option. So I'm going to dig in the end deck, right? Because that's one that's really worth all the points. Come on, show me something good. I don't have any paw prints. I don't have any butterflies. I do have 2 hills and 1 forest, but I don't have any roads. Dang it! Okay, this one I have 2 leaves. I have a tree. I just don't have a paw print, so I guess I have the chance of playing this one if I can get some extra cards. Right, but the AI is gonna go for, let's see, 1 green. They go clockwise. Oh, good. No victory points for them. So I play this. I draw some random card. I play this guy. So I have 1 card besides the wolf. And then I play that. I draw some other random cards. I have 2 cards besides the wolf. Yes. Okay, I should be able to play both of these. So all I'm going to grab is the things that are most valuable so the AI doesn't get them. So here, I'll grab the badger. And I'll play this over my bird that was so impossible to get out. And don't tell me I get something awesome that I could play. Oh, I almost could, but it's only worth 3. The other guy's worth more. Okay, and green gets them a 3-point hawk. And another hard-to-play grassy meadow. So final play of the game. I'm just grabbing anything. I don't care. Because it's going to let me play our wolfy friend here. I've got a tree, so that wasn't a total waste. I don't have a paw print. I'm discarding both of those. And then I do definitely have many leaves. So there we go. Let's total up our scores and see how we did. So first you just go through the AI's pile of cards and see how many points they got. In this case, 31, pretty low for them, but really all you want to do is beat them and then see how high your actual score is. It's basically a beat your own score game. So let's see how I did. 4, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 30, 34, 38, 42, 48. Definitely beat them. And because I got all of these, 57. Oh, that's a great score. Probably my highest one yet. So I clearly beat the AI score by quite a bit, but you can also look at the solo scoring table once you see that, and I'm just slightly shy of 60 plus. I have never reached that milestone, but again, this was my highest score. Got very close to it this time. So that was Meadow, the solo play version. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to hear my thoughts and impressions on the game so far, just stick around. So what do I think about the game? Well, first let's get the elephant in the room out of the way, or I guess in this case, the lovely Meadow. I think the art here is gorgeous. I tend to like watercolor, man. They've just got like these like adorable little vignettes and little snippets of natural life and objects. And, you know, I don't know how strong the theme is of me like wandering around and seeing these things, but the stuff in this game is just beautiful. I mean, look at this card, like prancing over these little floating patties of grass to this lone tree standing on an island. Give me a break here. But if I take away the art, how do the mechanics look? Well, first of all, the core action selection of putting your tokens down to grab things at different distances is super simple, but can be interesting and fun, especially when you think through it and try to leave yourself multiple options to get to a card you might want. And then combined with the fact that you have to consider which special action is on the bottom in case you want to use those later in the round, means the little puzzle of grabbing cards works really well. And it goes well with the other main puzzle of the game, which is chaining together these icons. Because in the end, that's what it's really all about. You know, getting the bird so you can put down the berry. So the berry will let you put down this. So that will let you put down that. And it's done in a beautiful, simple way, but it really is kind of a combo tableau builder, which in the end is fine and enjoyable. I like having to think 3 or 4 turns ahead, kind of figure out my strategy, and then deal with it when the AI comes and messes things up. And then the little addition of these bonus tokens to give you some direction in your tableau building and card play is a nice addition. I think it works fine. And the solo play works fine too, because in the end, this is mostly a multiplayer solitaire game. The only real competition element tends to be fighting over those bonus tokens, because whichever player gets there first takes up the spot in multiplayer. And I think using the AI tokens and the colors to kind of just randomly take cards away is totally fine. Now, the one part I find weird about it that I don't really care about and could take or leave is the AI building up a score, because there's basically no intersection in me messing with the AI, except maybe grabbing a card and thinking maybe they would have gotten that for points. So honestly, I'd be fine just calling this a beat your own score game, because that's basically what it is, and taking the whole counting of the AI points out of it entirely. It seems like an unnecessary extra step. But overall, if you're looking for a nice, relaxing card play kind of tableau builder in the vein of something like Wingspan, although this one doesn't have kind of the engine building as much, except I guess in the icons, I think Meadow is a nice one to check out. And the big thing is that my wife and my kids really enjoyed this one. So the solo play is fine. I wouldn't say it's the game's selling point. But I think for this one, if you'll have the chance to play it with casual gamers who will appreciate the overall aesthetic, as well as the not too taxing, but still fairly strategic card play, this one could be a winner. Good gaming, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next stop.